Hello there, and welcome to the channel, The Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm, of course, George. Welcome along to the channel, everybody. And it's another video today. There's no real news, really, today. Obviously, we're still seething, in some cases, some people, of the news yesterday about Michael Scabala going to be staying on as Leeds United manager for the current time, the caretaker manager, of course. But Leeds United are still looking for that permanent manager, perhaps interim manager, depending on how results go in the coming weeks and months. And yeah, it's one of these managers that we're going to have a deeper look at today. But let me know what you're thinking about the Scabala situation. Are you happy that he's in charge? Are you going to give him a go? Are you not happy? I think a lot of people are just not very happy really with it. I don't think. There's as it is Leeds will get behind Scabala. I'm okay with it, to be honest with you. I don't mind giving him a go, seeing what he's going to do. But longer term, maybe obviously longer term, they need somebody else unless he does fantastically well. Like I said, it's one of those managers we're going to speak about today. So it's yeah, over the last couple of days, it's emerged by the Times that Leeds United have interviewed a couple of managers. One is very well known to watchers of the English Premier League in Nuno Santos, the former Wolves and Tottenham Hotspur manager. The other one is lesser known to many, and he goes by the name of Pedro Martins. He is also Portuguese, but we're going to have a look at him today. So, yeah, like I said, it came out by the Times that Leeds United interviewed Pedro Martins in initial talks with him over the vacant managerial position. So, yeah, a name that many probably wouldn't know. So we're going to have a look at him today. So Martins hasn't really gone out of Portugal only in the last sort of 5 years or so as he ventured out into other European countries. Spent all of his playing career in Portugal, now 52 years of age, obviously born in Portugal. And he started his playing career he's Portuguese, Portugal. He's played in Portugal all his career, like I said. He has played for Portugal at youth levels and also won cap for Portugal in the 1998 World Cup qualifier against no other than Northern Ireland away. So he went to Northern Ireland, played for Portugal, his one and only cap. I think it was in 1997. So yeah, playing career never came out of Portugal. In his managerial career, now he's stretching about 17 years long. Again, hasn't really only just recently ventured out of Portugal. Started in the lower leagues, came up then to Victoria Guimarães, where he used to play in, I think, 2016. And he did okay there. Got them into the higher echelons of the Portuguese league. Got to the Portuguese Cup final. Lost to Benfica. Before that, I think he was at Rio Ave as well, managing the likes of Ederson, the goalkeeper for Man City. Obviously, very young at that stage. So pedigree in with good players and developing players. And then it becomes in 2018, obviously he moves to Olympiacos, his first job outside of Portugal, his first even as a player, his first position outside of Portugal. And it's Olympiacos, who it's a funny team for me. Seems like a big team, but obviously it's Greek football, which isn't the best of quality, is it? But he goes on to win three league titles with Olympiacos. Also, winning the cup in his first season, did the double in his first year there, and he went on to be his longest serving manager in Olympiacos history. Has only one game off the best winning record ever for the club as well. So did a fantastic job there. Likes his 4-2-3-1. So again, would probably see a similar kind of formation going in to Leeds if he was to get the job. So interesting manager, really. Not not the probably many people's first choices, but it seems like he is on the list of candidates for the Leeds United job. Obviously left Olympiacos in August last year. I think he left in the first game of last season before the league campaign started. They had a Champions League qualifier against Maccabi Haifa, which they lost 4-0, and that spelled the end of his tenure. A bit of an abrupt end to a glorious and very fruitful situation he had going at Olympiacos. And then he left. Interestingly enough, was on the very, very verge, on the cusp of being appointed at Hull City as their manager in October of last year. Was it even attended Hull's 2-1 win against Wigan back in October with a view to becoming the manager, talks ongoing and things like that. But the chairman of Hull pulled out of negotiations because of the financial demands of Martins. Obviously, Leeds, we know, are financially stable now. It's not like old times. We are in a good position financially, um, to obviously to give him what he wants and to give other managers what they want, obviously, as well. They're in a good position. That wouldn't be a thing that Leeds would have to worry about. But obviously, Hull City, second division, it became too much for them. They went for Liam Rosina instead. Obviously, he's still there. Obviously, doing quite a good job really at Hull. But I know they lost last night as recording. But they're doing he's doing a decent job. They're sort of mid lower table, aren't they? Not a bad position really for your first managerial gig. But as for Martins, obviously he ended up in November going to Qatari side Al Garafa. Um, they actually played today as a recording as well. I think they lost 2-1 to Al Sadd. He was the manager for this game as well, so a negotiations that far along. Well, they look like they're at the initial stages. I don't think it's far along as of yet, but he's obviously, like I said, on the list of names for excuse me, for the managerial position. So let me know in the comments. Do you know of Martins before this link? Would you like him in the job? Seems to me to to get on well with his squad. Obviously tries to create a harmonious atmosphere. He was obviously succeeded at Olympiacos by Carlos Corberán. We know all about him, of course. It didn't succeed there, but is succeeding pretty well at West Bromwich Albion, obviously. But yeah, interesting manager, it seems, Pedro Martins. Would he be a good fit for Leeds? Who knows? But, let me know in the comments what you think of that. And, any other links that you've seen and any other managers you might want in as Leeds United manager. Obviously, Scabala, we know, probably won't. I don't even think Scabala will enter the end, will see out the season. I think he'll have a few games if he goes well, fair enough. But I do think Leeds, obviously, they're looking to appoint even an interim manager. I believe they will probably do that before the end of the season. But let's wait and see. Let me know in the comments there below. But yeah, just a little rundown of Pedro Martins for anybody that was wondering a little bit more about his career. So thank you very much for watching. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.